Squid Game! It was impossible to escape this series. It didn't matter where you are, everyone was watching or talking about it. Even your dog heard of it. Hell, maybe he even watched it. I mean, there's probably a translation for them.
Played these games before!
As a guaranteed internet sommelier, I made sure to keep up with the news of the South Korean series. And I checked out season 3. But that was a mistake! First off, how do you win the season in the middle of buttfuck nowhere? And yes, I'm talking to you, season 2. Sure, you gotta keep the hype up. But I don't wanna wait 7 months for half a season. And then after all that time, after all the wait, you give me this? Look, brief warning, this video is full of spoilers for the ending of Squid Game. We're dropped off in the exact same location it ended last season. And protagonist Kun is destroyed because he lost his rebellion. We get some interactions between the survivors, and long story short, the main character does this for about 2 whole episodes. In those 2 episodes, they introduce a new game called Keys and Knives, where people on the blue team have to escape using the keys, or hide for 30 minutes from the red team that's using the knives that wants to kill them. Now you might be wondering why I'm even explaining this, but hear me out, this will be important. There's a rule in this game. The red players need to kill at least 1 person or they're dead. So if you're in it, it's kill or be killed. Alright, the teams get picked, the game starts, and that's when the show starts going downhill. I don't know if you remember, but there's a pregnant girl in the games. That doesn't even make sense. Why do you join the games if you're pregnant? But anyways, she didn't know what the games were. Fine, alright. But, hold my hands while I tell you this. She goes into birth in the middle of it. I didn't know why they did this. Honestly, it was not needed. It was not asked for. It is a very, very cheap way to make you care for someone that's in this mess. But there is one good thing though. This will be marked in history as the worst CGI baby ever created. But then, 5 minutes later, the best character in the show gets killed right in front of her. By her ex-boyfriend. The child's father. After all of this, the old woman and the mother are at the exit with the baby. And her son, who hasn't killed anyone yet, finds them. And look, really, I've gone through every grief emotion from this scene. This is what took me out of the fucking show. The old woman kills her son for a girl that she met 3 days ago. Honestly, there is no explanation. Even if you consider that protecting the girl is the right thing, she could have made her son kill her, and then both of them would have survived. But instead, she stabs her son in the back. Literally. After all this, I just had to close out the show and rethink my life choices. I had to wait a minute and think if this shit was really worth it. Because it is the worst plot progression ever made in history. Honestly, the show made a whole point that she couldn't kill anyone. So they swapped places. And then you want to tell me that the only person that she can actually kill is her own child? That's when she's like, nah, I can do it. This is my turn. I gotta protect this woman I just met. It's the right thing to do. Come on, man, come on. And this gets me heated because I actually liked them. I cared about these characters. And the show just destroyed that in a single nonsense decision right in front of me. Why? And look, from this point on, no matter how hard I tried, I just couldn't care about any of the characters anymore. And I tried really hard. After doing all that, 5 minutes later, she kills herself. And that just makes it even worse. What was the point? If she had the courage to kill herself, why not do it to save her own son? It throws away any reasoning for what just happened. Maybe they were trying to make you feel sorry for her or make it a consequence for what she did. But it is so ass. It drives me insane, man. And yeah, the mother kills herself too. Why? Honestly, why? In the next game, gi-hun has totally changed his mentality, and he wants to protect the baby at all costs. And of course, he managed to succeed. He does that with his protagonist powers. But 222, it's all hurt. She stays behind, and there is no time left in the clock. So what's she gotta do? Well, she's gotta do something, right? Oh, of course. Obviously, that's the best option. Why even try when you can just jump and have no more problems, right? No, man, that's wrong! Suicide is not the answer. What is this show trying to say? What is this? I can't grasp the thought process behind his decisions. I can just imagine them sitting in the meeting room deciding what's gonna be the plot for the next season. And then all of them simultaneously just go, suicide. Come on, they just can't keep solving problems with that, right? Right? So now, we're in the last game. It's time to toughen up and end this once and for all. In this game, there are 3 arenas, and after pressing a button on each of these arenas, one person needs to fall, and then the game ends. So theoretically, only 3 people need to die. There's a lot of people in this final, and that's different from the first season where there was just like 2. And look, the final game is actually pretty interesting. The father is a pretty complex character, and up until this point, you can't really understand what he wants, if he wants to protect the baby or not, so you're kind of on your tippy toes. And every scene has this underlying uncertainty tone to it. You start thinking about what's gonna happen, and that's really rewarding. But it can't just be good, can it? In a brutal scene, the bad guys, quote unquote, beat up one of the participants as a guaranteed elimination for the last round. And fuck, it is disturbing. They put in so much effort on this scene to make it look real that it gets to you. It gets to you. It makes you feel so bad. And they start fighting amongst themselves, of course. After a lot of fighting, everyone dies except Gi-hun, Father-kun, and beat-up son, which is the guy that they beat up to make sure the last round is going to succeed. But they haven't gone to the 3rd arena yet. They're still in the 2nd one. And of course, as this show has shown us time and time again, what is the answer? What is the answer? Ah, yes. To make sure that he doesn't help them win the last round, beat-up son, commit suicide. Yes, that's genius. That's genius. That's the best idea I've ever heard in my whole life. That is so smart, man. Oh my god, but this is the last time, right? Right? We then get to understand who the father really is. He is willing to kill the baby and Gi-hun to win the game and get the money. This guy is pure evil. Bro's on a whole nother level of selfish. I mean, what the fuck? That's your daughter. With some brilliant acting, the scene almost redeems the whole season. It's actually a pretty lit fight, if I do say so myself. And then they both fall. Well, almost. As the good man that Gi-hun is, he doesn't let go. He doesn't want anyone else to die because of him. But his suit can't hold on for that long. And Father-kun is dead. He's dead for being greedy, for being selfish. To make matters worse, the button in the arena wasn't pressed. So there's no way for the baby and him to continue. And one of them had to die. And now, you can guess already. Why? Honestly, as good as the idea is, it is made worthless by how nonsensical the whole story up to this point was. I mean, all of these 4 separate occasions of suicide, were they the real answer? Was this necessary? It is so repetitive. Everything is solved by jumping off a cliff, or giving up, or accepting fate. I don't even know why they thought this was a good idea. After this, they find the island. The island gets blown up, and well, things happen. You know, things happen. The front man finds someone playing a daiki game in the streets of California, and we already know where that's gonna go. There is literally no progress. This ending is the same ending for season 1. It's the same thing. Oh, but the baby survived though, if you care about that. Can't wait to see where they're going with this. Really, yes, I'm just so excited. Hey, I hope you like this kind of video. I had a lot of fun making it. If you can, please like or subscribe. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.